Thanks for staying with us. I believe that we have a video. If we can just quickly play it, then we continue the conversation. Stay with us.
I'm asking you up front, and you have not lied about this, Mimi.
I agreed to make the tape with him, is what I agreed with.
I'm talking about the premeditated part of it all.
The leaking of the tape?
Yeah, the
Nico.
quote unquote.
Nico. Mastermind from start to finish, Nico. Vivid is my understanding of it. Once Nico asked me, Les, we should make a tape, we should make a tape. Mind you, I want everyone to be perfectly clear. I've never made a sex tape ever in my life. But, the way he went about it was, our love making is like art. We should document this and, all of that, New York, Brooklyn, suave bullshit. And I was like, yeah, really that's how Nico and I connected, was sexually. We had really a great sex life. And, after him saying, we should do this, I agreed. And then at that point, he was like, we should put this out, this would be good, this would be blah, blah, blah. He's always thinking of ways to make money and, these master plans and these schemes and shit, and I went along with it. Stupid decision? Yes. Dumb. Stupid. Wish I could take it back? Absolutely. But at the time, I went along with it. No. I mean, we had to say something to present it to and then once we did the deal with Vivid, there was a marketing plan and there was this and there was that, all of that was out of my control at that point. After you sign on the dotted line, and we did film that initially ourselves, but when we agreed to do this, they were like, after we signed, they said, we need more footage. So what you guys gave us, that's cool, but we need more. It has to be this long for us to sell a tape X, Y, and Z. So at that point, they're like, you got to go back in and give us more footage. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know all of this. I didn't know I had to do all of this. I thought, I've never done it before, so I didn't know. But at this point, after I sign on the dotted line, I'm obligated.
So, I don't mean to suggest that there's anything wrong with posting nudes, as I am very indifferent and I have absolutely no problem with nudity. In fact, I'm a fan of nudity. I love to see myself very naked. I just don't understand exposing yourself to the entirety of the internet on a whim. So whenever I see anyone, male or female, posting nude pictures, or I find sex tapes being released on the internet, I immediately assume that they are somehow seeking attention. And for celebrities, I feel they are about to do something major and they need to be at the top of people's mind. So what are your thoughts, right? If you see sex tapes or you see nude pictures of celebrities, what are your thoughts? Does it come to your mind that these people are, for instance, Cross of Big Brother House, I believe that's his name. Was it a mistake, like he claims to be a mistake, or he was just seeking attention, or of course, the famous Tiwa Savage sex tape. We can't let that one slide. We've been keeping quiet since. All right, so let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. So let me be biased, please. I want to judge. Me, I do not believe there's anything as a mistake when it comes to nudity. I've taken myself pictures of myself naked, right? How would you ever make that mistake and say you post it on Snapchat or put it on story? I don't know. It happens, right? So let me not be the judge. But I just feel like these days, especially with sex tapes and nudity, it sells very quickly. You go viral. So a lot of times when it seems like your brand is drowning, when it seems like there's no buzz around you, sometimes your publicist, in this video, your publicist would advise you, let's do something, let's make it, and all of that. And people actually, because at some point as a celebrity, you keep looking for the next big thing. You keep looking for the next big thing. If you're not those kind of people that are conscious and you're a bit comfortable and confident in whoever it is you are, even with and you're comfortable with the pace at which you're growing, you want to quickly, make it like that. It's easy for you to fall victim to those kind of publicists, because I've had publicists say, well, you're too boring. Why don't you do something crazy so that, we can blow? But this is what happens. It's a reality, Maury, and face it. Let's not pretend like it doesn't happen. So for me personally, I do not believe Tiwa Savage's video was a mistake. I do not believe it. I have a strong feeling that it's a well thought out plan. If you listen to this lady's video, they had even done a marketing strategy, everything, to release the sex tape, so that it seems like, okay, yes, this is what we see all the time. But correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I feel. I do not believe it's a mistake. I believe it is deliberate. So who's coming first?
Oh my goodness.
Let me come to Uti while you're calculating. Uti, what do you believe?
Okay. So, one never knows whether it's a strategic leak or whether it's truly an accident. It was funny, I was having a conversation before this about how the world has moved on. And guys, I'm always consistent in my thoughts. The world has moved on. Like Uwa just said, nudity is no longer a problem. 5 minutes ago, it was the silhouette challenge, and everybody was posting all sorts of things until somebody figured out how to take away the filter. Then everybody was scrambling to take their videos down. But what we're seeing is a reality where sex, nudity has become commercialized. So, what are celebrities? I remember asking once about how celebrity outfits on stage. Let's thank the Beyoncés of the world. Celebrity outfits on stage is almost down to straps of cloth or straps of nets. So even when people were talking about the Tiwa video, in my mind I was like, if you watch their videos, literally, what haven't you seen? There's very little that you haven't seen, right? All of that has desensitized us, so it's now no big deal. Skirts are shorter, shorts are shorter, tops are briefer, or more brief. So we're all largely desensitized to it. If the video that leaked a couple of years ago, we'd still be talking about it today. I think Tiwa's video trended for a few days and that was it, right? I'm not big on the social scene, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't seem like it was everywhere. So even people now are desensitized to it. Personally, I keep saying it, to each their own. As far as faith goes, if you have the Christian faith, on Judgment Day is everybody one by one. There's no side by side. There's no I did because he convinced me or she convinced me. Everybody, you're grown. You deal with the consequences of your actions. And the world moves on very quickly.
Absolutely.
So, whether it's a mistake or not,
you are dodging the question. But this thing you said about stage artists performing on stage. I remember seeing a video, I think it was this week. She wore a net black dress, no panties, no bras, and guess what? The guys at the audience, they were actually putting their hands into her thighs. She was there dancing. She is very voluptuous.
Which artist?
One African artist, I can't remember her name, but she's in South African artist. I saw the video, so I was like, whoa, So for me, I think anything that has to do with nudity and sex, it always packs up that what's it called, and that's why people would deliberately. And I love the word that Uti used, strategic leak. And I think that's the word. It's not deliberate. It's a strategy to push, keep your name in the lips of many people, keep them talking about you, because that is what brings the numbers. You are a content creator.
Yeah, but I don't want people to talk about me because I have a sex tape. I have a sex video outside. So, which brings me to the point that I think that in some cases, it could actually be a mistake. Because there have been cases where I mistakenly post a picture on my Instagram story. Like, I didn't even know. It could have been even maybe Pfizer. Mistakenly sent a video to somebody. Has it never happened? Because life just has a way of humbling you. You never really know that something can happen until it happens. I mean, maybe it's being naive. Whatever somebody says is what I tend to accept. Before, using Tiwa as a yardstick, before the sex tape leaked, she came out to say somebody was threatening her. And if everybody, if somebody's blackmailing you, blackmailers don't do once. They keep coming. So if truly they were blackmailing her, letting them release, the video was like the wisest thing to do, because she would have had to keep paying them almost.
Do you want me to analyze that Tiwa Savage for you?
Let's go.
So she comes out to say she's being threatened or being blackmailed. Mm-hmm. The next thing, something happens. They release a what's it called? A lookalike, like a fake video. Mm-hmm. And everyone now goes to say, oh, this is a fake video. This is not Tiwa Savage. This is a fake video. And the next thing, as soon as it does not happen like that, Murray. So she thought she could get away with, whoever it is that is planning the thing, they thought they could get away with that fake lookalike. But it didn't work. Then people now started saying that, are you sure that this thing was not a stunt, this was not this, this was not that? Because if you even look at the video, the fact that they even zoomed into your face, come on. You see,
maybe they were making it to keep, and then somebody...
Let me hear Norma's thoughts. No, I don't want to. That's why I don't want to talk about Tiwa Savage, because honestly speaking, I do not believe that happened by mistake.
But
I think it was a strategic leak, because she was planning to release her video, right, for her music video, and all of a sudden there's a threat about this. See, people do anything these days.
But the song was already doing well.
Okay.
If it was like a dead song, we would say, okay, to boost the song.
Well,
somebody's song was already topping charts.
Somebody's song was already looking for people.
It was already, people were already making content to it. It was already everywhere. So I don't know if that's why, honestly.
Okay. Let me hear Norma's thoughts.
Well, it's interesting what different people will do to gain attention, or I don't know who is doing what. Let me just put that out very quickly. However, people are willing to do different things for different reasons, especially when it comes to sex tapes, nude posts. For most people that I've seen, a number of them do it for fun. Mm-hmm. Some of them don't care really what other people think. They feel they look good enough to put it out there, so they will put it out. I would not put mine out because I'm not that kind of person. But some people have that confidence in who they are, and they are able to project that person, including their Eve nature or Adamic nature. They will project it out to the world because that's who they are. For some others, like I said, they admire themselves. For some others, it's commercial purpose. Some people know that the number of likes, especially in today's world that we're living in the world of the internet,
number of views and
the
likes.
Number of views,
yes.
You know that on YouTube, if you hit a certain amount of people, you're going to be making millions. Mm-hmm. So they would do that, and sex sells any day, anytime. Any day, anytime. YouTube people will pay attention when it comes to sex. So for commercial purpose, they will project that person, whatever. Like the video that we watched, the PR people are telling, we're already competing numbers. Basically, so it's purely for commercial purpose. For some others, so people have different reasons to post and put it up. Initially, when Snapchat started, because it was 24 hours, they said, oh, okay, so in 24 hours, nobody will know what I posted. But hey, we know that the internet never forgets, right? So some people went ahead to use that platform. At the end of the day, some people found ways to record, to screenshot or whatever. They screenshot their videos, and they kept these things. And eventually, they're able to use it to either blackmail people. So I'm not sure Tiwa's story, so I wouldn't even go there. But whatever reason they have, I know that most times celebrities are coerced to do these things because it is an opportunity for them to gain more followership, gain more commercial buoyancy, so to
You know,
speak.
say there's no such thing as bad news.
Sometimes, of course, there's
Bad
no
publicity.
bad publicity. There's nothing like bad publicity. Then some just do it to shock their viewers. Because sometimes you see this person in a certain light, all of a sudden, boom, they just go gaga. You're like, oh my goodness, is it the same person? And you have their attention fully loaded. So people have different reasons that they do these things. At the end of the day, it's going to earn them money. It's going to have commercial value.
I'm about to shock my viewers. I want to remove my shirt now.
Hey.
But I will do it behind the camera. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And if you just tune in to our ladies' night out and we're asking, posting nudes or sex tapes online, is it deliberate or an honest mistake? Please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. So our phone line is now open. Please turn off the volume of your television set when you're calling us. And when you call us on 07025007749. That's the number to call. 07025007749. Okay, so do we call this, because look at celebrities in the US, right? Most of them that are the big celebrities, like major influencers, Kim Kardashian, most of them have cases of leaked sex tape. So for me, I think it's just an old trick that a lot of celebrities use, but it never gets old because it has to do with sex. Because any day, any time, when nudity comes into
attention to
yes,
sex.
people pay attention to sex and nudity. You know, so can we say that it's a good strategy, you know, to boost your brand? I mean, there's this lady on this, I don't want to mention her name, that went live on Instagram, remember? She went live on Instagram and was showing her genitals live.
She was drunk.
Yes, she was drunk. But after that day, did you see the number of endorsements? How has she just, from a certain number of followers, her Instagram page just shot up, and she's been going like that since then. Did you notice that? So for me, that's why it would be a hard sell for you to tell me that it's not a strategic move.
So you're saying there's not a chance that a sex tape is leaked by mistake? There's not a chance
For
that it...
celebrities?
That kind of structure of sex tape, if it's a hidden camera, do you get? If it's a hidden camera that I'm not aware of, maybe I would say, okay, yes. Maybe somebody has my sex tape now, but it's hidden camera. It's not like I'm there, I'm watching it, and they are...
So do you
Had to be a sex tape, Maury. There's every likelihood that it might leak. Once a tape is made, it's not just made that, oh, I'll be admiring it by myself. At some point, somebody is going to think thoughts.
What are you showing? What if it's just on your phone, in your private
And
folder?
then how does it go out? I share it with who? My
Mistakenly
friend?
on your Snapchat.
I mistakenly... No,
I don't understand you. Today-
Mistakenly on your Snapchat. I'm just saying mistakes
But
can
Maury,
happen.
can you
Mistakes
be...
happen. I
How
quite agree.
sustainable is having your sex tape
You just need
outside?
one.
People are only going to talk about it for 1 week. So is it even really worth it to have that aspect of you just to have a 1 minute fame or buzz?
But some people would do
Because
that.
you know what you do this sex tape saga, some brands even automatically start to drop you. Some brands are not
Some
going
will
to want
pick
to
you
work
up,
with
Maury.
you.
Some will actually pick you up.
Yeah, but there are some brands that will never work with you. But if you don't have a sex tape outside, you are open to like all type of brands, right? But for someone that has a sex tape, if they're thinking baby brand, you're not there. If they're thinking family brand, you're not there.
I think
so. You're actually
Netflix
shooting.
also took their partnership, I think, away from Tiwa and one.
So you are actually also losing. I don't know that it's sustainable. If that people will talk about it for years to come. Now nobody's talking about the sex tape again for instance. You understand? So, and I feel like the mental stress that it causes, except to have one type of might in your mental capacity, is it worth it to leak all those kind of
You know, you are talking like this because you're balanced. And this is where I'm coming from. I wanted to ask the ladies, all of you, let me start with Uti, about, what does it, yes. I mean, these celebrities, do you think that a lot of them are having issues emotionally? Because I think some of these things come from when you feel very, very insecure and you feel like, okay, maybe I'm not doing enough, I need to do something. Do you think these kinds of actions that we see is coming from insecurity? But it seems like, nobody's talking about me, I need to put myself, because sometimes when you see children throw tantrums, right? The tantrums is just for you to get your attention. So it's, for me, when I see things like this, it's almost like tantrum, because nothing will make me on earth to say I want to go and do sex tape and be whatever and say, oh, I mistakenly put it on. It's not going to happen. Except you have a hidden camera that you have hidden somewhere and you have videoing me ahead, and maybe you now leak the tape, because you would understand when something is actually, what's it called, a blackmail. But let me hear your thoughts, Uti, about the balance,
I mean, first of all, the most important thing that we haven't touched on is the fact that this is a winning strategy.
That's it now.
So it is tried and tested.
Trusted.
The oldest sex tape I remember was Kim Kardashian in 2002.
Thank you.
At that time, nobody really knew. Ray J was Brandy's baby brother. Nobody really knew who he was.
And everybody started knowing him.
Everybody trending. Kim K is alive and well today, thriving in Hollywood. So this thing that started in that manner, you know that the proverbial 5 minutes of fame is now 5 seconds of fame. Mm-hmm. And people need to keep feeding that monster. So whilst a rational person will think that it's crazy to put it out there, to some people, that 5 seconds of fame is worth it.
That's all they need.
With brother. So we have to admit that the motivations behind it is so, like you said, the lady who was drunk and posted, her followership on social media kept on going up from there. And whilst I like Maury's idyllic response that there's some brands that won't work with you, they're not looking to work with baby brands, Maury. The brands that will work with them, the clubs that will work with them, the alcohol brands, they have their target audience. And it's a growing target audience.
And in fact, that's the more productive target brands, because those ones pay better.
So in reality, it takes a certain type of person, first of all, to agree to use this strategy. It's not for everybody. I think that's what Maury was trying to say, that it's not for everybody. But it is tried and tested. So when you have a publicist that says, there's A-list celebrity, there's Z-list celebrity, everybody wants to stay relevant. So when your publicist comes to you and says, you know what, you can double or you can grow your fan base exponentially if you do this. And then, of course, that person is thinking, well, if we position it well enough, just before October 20, it's not going to last long, but it will do the trick. Come on. There are people that will go for it. So the reality of it is a tried and tested winning formula.
Absolutely.
I quite agree.
So that's where the balance is for me, if you're asking. When people start to weigh the pros, the cons, because it's always about that. What am I going to get out of it? How long it doesn't last 5 minutes. Even our attention spans, thanks to Twitter, we are 160 characters at a time. Then we move on. And that's the truth. So when you say, it's over, until the next person comes and trends, and we all move on. And that's the sad truth. So it will continue, whether strategically or by accident. Long shall it live.
Long shall it live. Let's take some comments. Yeah.
I quite agree with Uti, because you find out that a lot of people who even go to watch some of these videos, some are being critical. Said, can you imagine that this person did this or that? See the video, and the video keeps going viral. And that's the intent at the end of the day. The people, they want you to be able to see it. They want you to be able to move it.
It's called top of mind awareness.
The more people, and every time it will always register. It will come up at the end of the day. Well, Ufoma says a lot of Big Brother contestants are damaged souls. Their eccentric ways somewhat makes them entertaining. Tiwa's case is a publicity stunt in wrong society. One thing I give her kudos for, she was clean and shaved in the video.
Oh
my goodness. Well, imagine the details that even people notice about things like
it's
this.
not you that put yourself out there.
Okay, Maury.
It seems like I'm on my own today. but
Yeah, no.
That's okay, because I actually really felt bad for her, you know. I was just thinking of what she'll be going through, you know. Why are you even looking at me? Let me just read my comments.
Please go ahead, though. See.
No, but I felt bad for her. I was just thinking of her,
I actually felt bad
mental
for
stress
her,
at that
actually,
point.
because I was worried until I saw a post later, some few posts down the line.
Yeah, people are
and it
always
was
going to have their
get over
theories.
it and move on. I said, okay, I move on.
Good evening, ladies. You all look amazing. Back to the topic. It's really embarrassing that our norms and values are gradually being eroded. Youths and older people are equally guilty. I think we have other ways of trending and leaving indelible mark now and for future generations. Please let all tread with caution. I think she meant let us all tread with caution. There are many good values we can import, in quote, and promote integrity, honesty, hard work, and being corruption-free. And this is from BC. She says, thank you.
So let's wrap up this conversation.
I agree with Maury that there are mistakes, real life situations that things just leak or get out of control
Because
and
you
it
can't
was not your intention. There are a few of them out there. But there are also the ones that are strategically positioned, or if I borrow Uti's language, strategic leak. So it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know, but it's a script that you're playing out. And at the end of the day is for commercial use. For people, the more people view it, the more people follow, the more money that they're able to make. And it's an old trick, basically, that is being reinvented every time. And it keeps being top of the list. Whether in the 70s or in the 80s or now in 20s and all, it continues to play a significant role towards pushing people to the limelight even further.
Okay, Uti, you have a comment. It says,
my comment
go ahead.
is from Celestin Ugwai from Enugu. And he says, it's now becoming a fad for known faces in Nigeria to post their nudes on social media and claim it was a mistake. Are these people thinking we are dumb as they are? Maybe they're imbibing the notion that there is nothing like bad publicity, as publicity is publicity. But are they even thinking about the stupid examples they're setting for our young ones? #crazy development.
So I have a comment. It says, hello ladies, good evening. I really love your show, really entertaining. We have to realize that our society is quietly changing. We have the older generation holding on to some moralistic values and the younger ones who are wild and out there. While this is the trend, it does not erode the fact that good values is good values. We try to do better, but the world has changed. Nudity and sex now sells. This is from Muyiwa. Thank you so much, Muyiwa, for your comment. So it's actually interesting how... So, Maury, I don't want you to look at me like I'm being judgmental, but I need you to understand the economics because you are a content creator. You know that where money comes into this situation, money only comes with clicks. So guess what? Whether it is good click or bad click, or I'm clicking for curiosity, click is a click. The viewing is a click. So a lot of times, what publicists will do is just keep your brand buzzing. And once your brand is buzzing, it's top of mind awareness. In the minds of people, a lot of people will be sharing and sharing and sharing. And that is all you need as a brand. You understand? So I need you to take away the sentiments.
It's not
It is business. No, you are being sentimental.
No, I'm
because
not.
you are the content creator. You should even understand this better than me that is not a content creator.
Which I do, but you are zeroing out the fact that it could be a mistake totally. I'm not saying that people don't strategically post their nudes out there. I'm just saying that it could have been a mistake. There's
Let me take Abu for
there's
Kwara.
also that example.
Let me take Abu. I'm coming. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Are you there? Hi, Abu. Is he there? Hello, thank you for calling. Let's hear what you have to say.
Okay, my name is Abu Enejo from Kwara State.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, please, concerning what you are discussing about, concerning Tiwa issue, I was broken when I heard it. It was the last thing I expected from a person such a thing from her. The sex or the video? Tiwa has suddenly, in one way or the other, turned to cancer. I'm telling you. Because by tomorrow or in future, anytime, she will have to explain this to her child. Or in one way or the other, she has somehow destroyed herself.
Thank you, Abu.
She's a role model to so many women around the world.
Abu, you are going too far. I don't understand how.
I don't even understand how she will explain this to herself.
Thank you, Abu. But you see, I don't like the fact that you see people. Wait, now you see people in front of the camera, or you see people, musicians, pastors, and all automatically you call them role model. Please, how did you get to that? Please, nobody should call me role model. I'm nobody's role model.
No, but we can't take away the fact that Tiwa is some people's role model, and that's okay. She's hardworking, she's talented. So are we going to take away all of this because she had a sex tape?
You're not getting the point. See, Mori, I need you to get my own point. Where I'm coming from is standpoint. I'm a businesswoman. Thank God I'm not Igbo. If I was Igbo, I would have been worse than this. You know, Igbo people are business people. I'm a businesswoman. I am thinking numbers. I am thinking views equates to, do you understand? That's how I am thinking. I am seeing this clearly as a business strategy. It's nothing personal. And some people do not mind throwing themselves under the bus just to get the numbers. We've seen a lot of things happen. Forget all these things that we're talking. Let's be realistic with this conversation, right? So for me, it's not, I mean, there are some things I would say I'll pass for a mistake, but there are some things I can never pass for a mistake. I'm sorry. And these ones that I've mentioned today, they are one of those I cannot pass for a mistake. That's my final thought on there. I will not say anything again.
I mean, at the end of the day, the media is the media. Everybody's going to have like their own opinion. But I still think that it could have been a mistake. If Tiwa says it's a mistake, it's a mistake. If she comes out tomorrow to say it was not a mistake, then it's not like mistakes happen.
Oh, definitely.
Are we agreeing on that fact, or that mistakes happen?
Oh yes,
That you can post something by mistake. I told you now, I've posted something on my Instagram story by mistake before. Have you never mistakenly sent a message? You're chatting, and then you send a wrong message to the person?
I have.
That's a mistake. The way you are saying that is the way somebody somewhere is saying they can never ever in their life send a wrong chat to somebody.
Oh, no.
Because it has never happened to them. But it doesn't take away the fact that...
Maury, I totally agree with you.
You don't totally
agree.
agree.
A mistake, in the sense that a mistake can happen.
Okay.
But most of the ones that we've seen so far with regards to the celebrities and what we know of celebrities, is that these are strategic leaks.
So if it was a regular human being, would it have been a honest mistake?
Nobody knows that. Peter from Lagos.
Would it have been a honest mistake?
Okay. Peter, let me hear what you have to say. Thank you for calling.
Hello, madam.
Hi, Peter.
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm watching your program.
Go ahead.
And I want to discuss on the issue you are just discussing now. I want you to know that is a business strategy she used.
Okay.
She sold herself to many poor sites, which is existing all over now. That is a business strategy. But it's just unfortunate that a lady of such person will go to that length to expose herself. Because what she has done will remain forever on the internet.
Okay.
And her child, who she has, will come tomorrow to see that. What will she explain to them?
Her child is going to.
That is Nigeria for you. Everybody's looking for money with all means. It's bad.
Tiwa is not poor.
It's bad.
Okay.
Tiwa is not poor.
I'm not sure how people
Tiwa is
are
not broke.
seeing.
When Kim Kardashian's sex tape leaked, Kim was still up and coming. Tiwa is not up and Tiwa is A-list Nigerian celebrity. Tiwa is talented.
What makes you feel that
Tiwa
she
is
doesn't want
not
to become
poor.
A-list
No,
world
I'm making it seem
celebrity?
like, because of money, maybe she's hungry.
Uti.
Why is Maury talking like this? Like,
Children are
Tiwa
going
is
to
A-list.
understand
Tiwa
whether it
is
happens
not
or
poor.
not.
Maury, I'll be upset with you. Stop it.
No, everybody's saying she did it for money. She did
Wait,
it for money.
wait. Let me just lay a couple of things to wrap up for myself. One, when you have that kind of content, it's a difference to post a picture by mistake. When you have that kind of content on your phone, do you just leave it somewhere like that? In this day and age, people have 2 WhatsApps. Let's leave that one aside. Now, I just wanted to mention, you see this role model thing that we always talk about. Please, Uwa, I'm with you. Pick your role models wisely. Teach your children to pick role models wisely. Now, if your goal is to become a singing superstar tomorrow, then first, Tiwa, it's okay. But let us be clear on what a role model should be and should look like. Different people, different types of role models. But don't just say that because you have a presence, you're an influencer, then you're a role model. No, that is not in any way, shape, or form how it should be. And we should stop putting this narrative out that it is. Now, I keep hearing this thing, and every time I hear it, I always make sure that I say this on this show. The internet lives on. The internet never forgets. When her child grows up, what will she tell him? See, today that it happened, there are children that don't care. There are children that are watching Big Brother. By the time her son is old enough to have this conversation, trust me, by the time she explains it to him, it won't matter.
Okay.
It won't matter. Thank
It'll
you.
be okay.
You know what? I think we can wrap up there. But thank you, ladies. We ran out of time. Maury, don't worry. I'm agreeing with you.
No, you're not.
Mistakes, no.
No, you're not.
Mistakes can
And
happen.
it's okay. We can end the show. You people have bullied me on this show today. It's okay.
Oh my God.
Mistakes can happen.
Mistakes happen, but there are deliberate mistakes, and there are the ones that are also not deliberate. So it's okay. If you're fine with it, we're fine with it.
You need to see Maury's face. Thank you, Uti. Thank you, Maury. Thank you, Norma. We had a fantastic conversation. Strategic leak. Snapchat no be your mate. All right. So before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram. It's at PlusTvAfrica. We will not mistakenly post a nude picture. Don't worry. You can interact with us further and drop a comment. And more importantly, we're planning a giveaway to say thank you to you for believing the ways, Brad. So do well to follow us now. So before we take our quotes, we just want to quickly mention a happy birthday to Isi Vakum. Isi, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Today is her birthday, so she's having fun with our guy. You know, so she bailed out on us.
And there are no sex.
No, please, no sex tape. All right, so if you missed today's quote, here it is again. Very interesting quote. I had to find this one. It says, people nowadays do intentional and purposeful mistakes so they can apologize later, knowing they would have got what they wanted from the mistake they intentionally and purposefully made. I made a mistake intentionally and purposefully.
No, but you're not eyeing me. She's eyeing me.
I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.
Thank you.